It wasn't too long ago when we got behind the wheel of the Tata Curvv.ev, and now we finally have our hands on the ICE version. Welcome to Car India, and we are here to experience this coupe SUV in Goa. I'm not going to really get too deep into what separates the Curvv from the Curvv.ev, as apart from the face, the 18-inch alloy wheel design and the different interior theme, they are virtually identical in design and features. But there's a small difference in the rear, as the floor sits a bit lower. Although it improves the under-thigh support a little, it's still lacking, and like the Curvv.ev, it will not be the most comfortable fit for a 6 foot and above person. The main talking point is right here. There's already the 1.2 litre multi-port injection turbo petrol engine as well as the 1.5 litre turbo diesel engine option found in the Tata Nexon. But this is a new 1.2 litre direct injection turbo petrol engine that makes its debut on the Tata Curvv. Also, all three engines get a 7-speed dual clutch automatic option. Let's hop on board to see what it feels like. Now we know that the existing 1.2 litre multi-point injection turbo petrol engine isn't quite the most refined or enthusiastic unit if you demand performance from it. Does this new 1.2 litre direct injection turbo petrol engine solve that problem? I think it's a very decent step to solving it, as driving around a variety of roads in Goa, the engine felt pretty smooth, better refined, and more importantly, you feel that 5 horsepower and 55 Nm jumping performance, especially in low speed acceleration. More importantly, gaining momentum is fairly effortless for a car this size with very minor turbo lag. For our drive, this engine was paired with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and while the shifts felt a little clunky on lower gears, it smoothed out nicely as you went past 3rd gear. The clutch point is fairly balanced, so driving in traffic is manageable. However, where this gearbox truly complements the engine is around open roads. With the extra performance, getting into the right gear and RPM combination feels quite rewarding, as you can execute overtakes without needing to think too far ahead, which is impressive for a car this size. We also got to test out the 1.5 litre turbo diesel engine paired with the 7-speed DCA gearbox. And while I didn't really notice the 3 horsepower uptake compared to the Nexon, I do feel the gearbox holds it back. The shifts feel jerky even though it's smoothened out a little while going up higher gears. More importantly, there was a noticeable lag going up or down the gears whether I was in automatic mode or using the paddle shifters. So while the Curvv diesel option is the first mass market offering to get a dual clutch automatic gearbox, I think better calibration would have been ideal to really make this a viable option. As for how the overall package is in regards to ride and handling dynamics, despite the different powertrains compared to the Curvv.ev, the Curvv impressively feels quite familiar. It's very responsive around tight bends, and you'll only notice some understeer and minor body roll if you're really overdriving it. Like the EV, the steering is well balanced for multiple scenarios, with the ride being quite stable even though it can be noisy while tackling certain bumps. With prices starting at Rs 10 lakh ex-showroom, the Tata Curvv has all the makings of being a mid-size SUV disruptor apart from its coupe-SUV body style. Sure, it is a more expensive mass-market coupe-SUV over the Citroën Passat, but it's got more premium niceties, a diverse range of powertrains, and has a very competitive tech package over its mid-size SUV rivals that doesn't really leave you wanting for much. Performance is impressive for the new 1.2 litre direct injection turbo petrol engine, as well as the stable ride that allows for excitement when you require it. Fingers crossed this engine makes it to the Alpha Racer next. Of course, there are some downsides such as the rear seating experience and cabin materials, and the laggy 7-speed DCA gearbox on the 1.5 litre turbo diesel engine. More importantly, it doesn't quite have enough of a feeling that you made the jump from a compact segment model like a Nexon to a mid-size segment vehicle like the Curvv, especially with the sense of space inside and how similar it looks despite the many feature additions. Nevertheless, the Tata Curvv as an overall package is an option for small families who want to step up from a compact SUV to be within reach. What do you think about the Tata Curvv? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Car India for more such content.